I am this time for real. This time for real, I'm ready. Okay. I was ready the first time. I just left my things over there. So, we're talking about self sabotage today. If this is your first time here, welcome to Self Empowerment Journey. I hope that you give me a thumbs up, you like this video, you leave me some comments, and you share this video because I am about to drop it. Those jewels, that's what I'm good for, dropping those jewels. Now, for those of you who this is not your first time here, you know what it is. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, you guys, let's hop right into this thing. So, self-sabotaging. And I am going to be reading my notes. One of my awesome bosses gave me this notebook. It says, "Not all those who wonder are lost." All right, y'all, and I take a lot of notes in here. I love this book. That lady means so much to me. Shout out to Gina so far. All right, so we're talking about self-sabotaging. So, and in talking about self-sabotaging, you all, I've got to let you know what self-sabotaging is, because a lot of times people don't even understand the things that are happening to them and that they're actually doing it to themselves. So, self-sabotaging, and I'm reading from my notes because I took lots of thorough notes and prepared my live so that you all could get really, really great content out of this. So self-sabotaging is the act of destroying or damaging something deliberately so that it does not work correctly. Now, a lot of you all are probably thinking, why in the world would somebody do that? I'm pretty sure you may have done it and not even been aware that you're doing it. So, self-sabotage, you all, it actually stems from a lack of self-worth. And not sure if you've gotten your copy of The Mind's Guide of Emotion. If you haven't, the link is going to be in the description box. That is a book that I wrote, that I authored, that I published, self-published and everything. And it is called The Mind's Guide of Emotion. And the link is going to be in the description box for you to take advantage of that so that you can understand not only your 8 emotions, the feelings associated with them, how they affect your body and your brain, as well how to overcome them. There are different things in there as well. I have 4 or 5 different self-help jewels inside, pertaining to love, self-worth, depression, and a couple more jewels in there. You have to get the book to check it out to better understand you, because the book is for you and it's about you. Y'all know about FUBU, but that ain't my brand, so I ain't trying to get no dibs on that, but I am getting dibs on that book that I wrote. I'm just saying. So, a lot of times self-sabotaging is stemming from self-esteem, less from lack of self-esteem. But I don't want to put so much emphasis onto the lack of self-esteem. I want to actually focus more on self-worth, because a lot of times people are, oh, your self-esteem, your self-esteem, your self-esteem. But in order to even enhance your self-esteem, you have to be able to understand your self-worth. Okay. And when with understanding self-worth, I'm going to break it down for you really quickly. Self-worth is a feeling of satisfaction that someone has in him or herself. Okay. And his or her abilities. All right. So when you're understanding your self-worth, when you are embracing your self-worth, there that doesn't necessarily leave a lot of room for you to have a lack of self-esteem. All right. So those are 2 different words with 2 different meanings. One plays off the other. Not knowing if you've ever been told that before, but hey, Coach Alethea in the building is letting you know self-esteem and self-worth play off of one another. So if you don't understand self-esteem, you're gonna have to take that up. But self-esteem pretty much is from your internal fears, and of course, fear is one of your 8 emotions, and I'm going to define that for you right quick. Fear is defined as an emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous or likely to cause pain or a threat. Now, mind you, key words in here. Fear is an emotion, okay? And it is caused by a belief. All right? That's coming from your mind, what you're thinking. All right? Now, when these are some signs I want you to give you all to let you know, to kind of identify if you are or are not actually self-sabotaging yourself. All right. Now, people normally, when they're self-sabotaging, it happens more so when you're not able to actually reach personal goals that you set out for yourself. You're not able to reach career goals that are set out for you, or even that you want to achieve for yourself. You are not able to reach your health goals, and then you're relying on outside medication and systems and doctors and things of that nature. um as well, you are a big procrastinator. All right, you avoid a lot of stuff, and that's coming from the thoughts that you're going to fail, it's not going to work for you, nobody's going to accept you, it's not you always have a reason why something is not going to go the way it's going to go. And a lot of times, even in our relationships, we self sabotage, and we do that by creating conflict or arguments or debates, because you obviously are having a lack of self-worth, because that person is possibly being really good to you, or being very kind to you, or very pleasant to you, and you just feel like, what's going on? I don't know about all this. It's putting you in an uncomfortable place. All right. And the ways that you are coping with these self-sabotaging, with self-sabotaging, is you're possibly overeating. Okay. You're possibly self-medicating, whether that be you're a heavy smoker, you're a heavy drinker, you take a lot of different pills, you there's a lot of different things that we do. Sometimes people binge watch, sometimes people have this massive OCD type of deal, or whatever. And you could sit up and you could watch Netflix all day, or binge Netflix, just to block out what's really happening in your present reality. And so, most of the time, these things are happening to you because of your lack of belief within yourself. You guys, you got to get out of that ego. That ego is not who you are. That ego going to keep you sent the hell out. Okay? Sent out. It's going to have you thinking and feeling things that aren't even real. Okay? And when that happens, you put that wall up. Oh, that defense mode. Oh, that attitude. Oh, that's just how I am. You guys, that's got to stop. All right, because that's not just how you are, that's what you have allowed yourself to be or become. All right. This whole self-sabotaging thing, it is ruining your future, it is ruining your present. Little do you know. And the reason why is because you have given yourself the power to believe less than. You've put yourself in this box. You know that you want to be above the box, above where it is that you are now. You definitely don't want to be below it. But the thing is, you tend to put yourself there. You know, you might want, let's say for instance, you're wanting this fabulous job, okay? But or this fabulous business. When it comes to you, you might even get it started. You might sign up for school, you might even sit in class. But when the going gets tough, oh no, you know, I can figure out, I can do this or I can do that. And then you try to wiggle your way out of the situation, instead of giving into it and seeing exactly where it could possibly take you to. A lot of times when you're self-sabotaging, you're doing things, you get yourself to a level where you're wanting, you've made your mind up. Okay, I'm going to move out of state. I'm going to leave everything behind and I'm going to move out of state. So you pack your stuff. I mean, you find the location, you find you somewhere to move, and then a week before, you're like, well, I'm gonna stay because my granny, mind you, you ain't been over your granny house in about 2 months already. Oh well, my kids got to go to school, and honey, your kids can go to school anywhere. There are schools everywhere. There's potentially a better school for your children wherever it is that you're anticipating on being. Okay. When it comes down to relationships, a lot of times we find ourselves with someone because we apparently there was something about them that you lusted after. And when it comes time to get attached to them, you've gotten attached to them. You're accustomed to y'all daily habits, the things that you do, where you go, how you dress. All of these good things are happening, right? And then, you know, you get that weird feeling like, I don't really know if I could do this. Then your mind, you let that ego start telling you all kind of foolery, all kind of craziness. And then at this point, you have just put this wall up in this relationship. You are definitely not being as loving, not being as affectionate or anything like that, because you're like, it's an uncomfortable feeling. It's an uncomfortable sensation. And oh no, I'm not doing that. You pick an argument, you pick a fight. Well, I don't like when you do this. Well, I don't like how you said that. And 3 days ago, this happened, and I saw when you was texting on your phone. It's always something that comes up, but it's always on your end. You find the smallest things to nitpick about. You find the smallest things to be upset about and be offended about out of nowhere. Mind you, this person just been doing this 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago. You are having a serious issue or fear of being vulnerable. And you guys, vulnerability has nothing to do with being weak. Okay. It has nothing to do with being weak. I'm definitely going to do a complete live here regarding vulnerability. A lot of times we are self sabotaging ourselves. We are counting ourselves out of situations. We are dropping the ball. You might give half your ass and then be like, and then when it doesn't go the way you want it to, you're like, oh well, I really didn't do, because you're fearful of taking that step. You guys, a lot of times you're self-sabotaging because you don't want to fail. The thing about it is failure, sweetheart and young man. I'm gonna scoot this back some. Failure is not failure. Failure is not a thing, because as long as you're trying, as long as you're actually doing, let me don't even say try, because either you do or you don't. As long as you're trying, as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other and you're making progress day by day, step by step at whatever your target goal is, you're actually doing it. You may not reach the full potential of that goal, of that situation, of that relationship for a couple of more months, because there are more things that you need to learn. There are more things that you need to gain your strength, that you need to gain wisdom in, so that you can actually be the successful entity that you are designed to be. Okay. And I want to make it clear to you all that self sabotaging is what is holding you back from your true success. It's what's stopping you from gaining the audience that you need. It's stopping you from attracting the clients, from attracting the partners, from attracting the funding, from attracting the experiences that you're going to need to level up to the next level. How in the world do you think that a house can be built if the land is not level enough for you to even build to lay the foundation? You can't have a house with no walls. Okay. There are steps to everything in life. There are steps to everything that you put yourself into. And in order for you to be successful at any and everything, you have got to take the necessary steps. You've got to move beyond the uncomfortable feeling. The only reason why you're uncomfortable is because it's something you've never done. And a lot of times, self sabotaging is happening. Oh, excuse me, a lot of times the self-sabotaging is coming because you're a control freak. You have to be in control of everything. You have to know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, why it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, what time, what day, the weather, all of these things. That can't even happen. You can have a plan for the plan and then have a plan for that plan. That's a-okay. That's being prepared. That's thinking ahead. But if you feel that you can't even get started because you don't have all of the money right now, well, how do you know that even getting started won't attract somebody to you that has the rest of the money? How do you know that what you need is not what you How do you know? I'm getting distracted. I got PayPal's coming in and I like that noise and I like that sound. So somebody done signed up for that Thursday training, honey. And I'm excited because we're going to talk about self-sabotaging in this training for this business. It's for us business and entrepreneurs and things like that. So yeah, if you haven't signed up for the Thursday Better Times in Business training, the link's going to be in the description box for that as well. So you all, self-sabotaging. You have to redo your relationship with yourself. All right. You've got to take some time to learn you. Okay. Because you're putting in the universe negative things, negative thoughts, negative connotations, negative ideas, and that's what you're attracting to yourself. Okay. In order for you to stop self sabotaging and to be able to actually have the success that you desire, you're going to have to shut down those negative thoughts. You guys, moving through uncomfortable situations is a huge part of being successful in anything, not just in business, not just in relationships. As a mother, you all having a child, we don't get a handbook on that. You have to learn this stuff one situation at a time. And that's the same way with anything and everything. There may be a book to tell you, or you can get on YouTube and you can listen to all these videos and you can do all of these things. But if you're not applying anything that you're actually hearing into your life, anything that you're reading into your life, you're simply still self-sabotaging yourself. You're just obtaining knowledge and I don't understand why, because you're not applying it to your everyday life. When the situation arises, you guys, I teach in my classes about emotional mastery. I teach the 10-second rule. Give yourself 10 seconds. 10. If you have to count it down, baby. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But not that fast, though. Okay. Be realistic. Okay. 10 seconds. Give yourself time to breathe in your nose and out your mouth. In your mouth, out your nose. Give yourself time. That oxygen, you're giving yourself time to filter through thoughts, to filter through emotions, so that your next response is not an inappropriate one. Your next reaction is an effective one. Okay. Most times, self sabotaging comes from you not believing fully in what it is that you're wanting, that you're pursuing, or that you're doing. You've got to want it. You've got to believe it, and as if it's already happened, as if you're already experiencing it right now. You got to stay fired up. Push through the fear. Fear is an illusion. Fear can let you know that you could be in danger, and it's okay to listen to that. Fear could let you know that it may be time to take flight because this right here is not right. Okay? Fear also could let you know if you need to befriend someone or not. Fear can also let you know if it's time to fight. Okay? Get them up. All right. Listen, you guys, if you're interested in knowing more about self sabotaging, and if I have helped you understand self sabotaging just a tad bit more, in the comments say, I got it, Queen. I'm going to run it down one last time. All right, one last time. Fear happens because you all are afraid of being vulnerable. All right. And being vulnerable does not mean weakness. Being vulnerable is you being able to express your thoughts, feelings, and concerns with confidence. Okay. It's being open to receiving goodness, love, criticism, and things of that nature. All right. You got to stop the self sabotaging. Self sabotaging is happening because you want to control every aspect of everything about everything. Stop it. Córtalo. Cut it. Cut it. Córtalo. Cut it. Cut it. Okay. And córtalo is Spanish for cut it. And thirdly, it's because your self worth is about this big. You got to get a relationship with yourself, my dear. You got to have a relationship with yourself. You've got to know that you're worthy of greatness, riches, wealth, good health, good relationships, success. You're worthy of these things. But in order for you to obtain these things and stop self sabotaging, you've got to believe that you're worth it. You are valuable and you're important. You don't have to continue to settle. Who cares what the next person thinks? If they are not the ones they're holding you at night, if they're not funding you and your offspring, then to hell with their thoughts and their feelings, because it's only going to be you that's checking out or dealing with the situation. Okay? And you. All right? So, you all, I hope this was helpful. I hope that you begin to stop self sabotaging. Go with the flow. All right? Listen to those emotions when it comes to fear, as far as letting you know if it's time to take flight, whether it's time to fight, whether it's time to friend, or whether it is time to focus on what needs to be focused on at that moment. You guys, self sabotaging has got to stop. We're going into a new decade. And in order for you to level up, you have got to believe in yourself. Push through the uncomfortable feelings, because I can guarantee that on the other side of fear is success. I've done it a million times. All right. And I'm still doing it. I have been closing out my sessions from the email. So if you hadn't gotten your email business support coaching session email yet, please believe I am down to the last 10. And every day I'm diligently reading your emails and I am diligently doing my research so that I give you the best support as a business accountability coach that I am capable of. All right. So for those of you who are needing to reach me for any form of support, whether it be a business accountability coach, an emotional empowerment coach, or just a listening ear, you can do so at www.empowermentschooling.com. And if you haven't gotten your copy of The Mind's Guide of Emotion, that link's going to be in the description box. I'm counting on y'all to give me a thumbs up. All right, I need some thumbs up and some comments. Let me know how you felt about this talk today. If there is something else that I need to add to this, I can definitely do a part two. I ain't never mad about doing a part two. I like being on the camera. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you learned something. Leave me some thoughts, some comments, some thumbs up. Share this video with someone that you believe is self-sabotaging, because overeating has got to stop. That's going to continue to affect your health, and it's not going to solve anything. All right, because the more you eat, the more you're going to hurt yourself. If you're over medicating, you guys, it's not going to change the situation. You're still going to have to face it one way or the other, and drop that ego. It's going to do nothing but get you kicked out the door. Until next Wednesday, you guys, peace. I love y'all.